Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're watching our channel for the first time, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon. So today in this video, we are going to discuss one of the commonly asked interview question in streams. This is a programming interview question. So the problem statement states like given a list of integers and find the maximum value element present in the list using some stream functions. So this is a given list. So let's see, like the ask is we have to find out the maximum value element. So what we have to do is we have to use stream that is anyway given, and we have to find maximum value. So there is a function called max, but it expects the comparator. So what we can do is we can call this comparator comparing, and here basically it's a integer value. You can see here it's given a list of integers. So you just have to make use of integer, and there is a method reference. There is a method reference called value of. So we are calling this method. So basically we have to pass the comparator. So this will basically take care of comparing the integer values. And if the value is present, once we execute, if the value is present, because this max will return an optional one. So if present, we have to print the result here. So it's as simple as that. Let me print this result and let's see what it prints. So it's printing 68 in the given array. The 68 is the maximum. So I hope you got how to find out the maximum element in the given list of integers. So if it is, for example, string, then you just have to change your string and value if you can continue. And let's say if the interviewer tweaks this question and if he asks you to find out the minimum value, then you just have to repeat all these things. Instead of max, you can make it as min. Let me just comment this line and run it. So you should see 8 as the result. So 8 is the smallest in the given list of integers. Um, Actually, there are other ways even to find out the maximum and minimum number by changing this comparator logic. But I am not teaching you that mainly because that may confuse you. Because if you want to extend this comparator logic for, if you want to extend this logic for custom objects, then if you follow this structure, right, it is much more easier. So that's why in order to avoid the confusion, I'm explaining this way only. So interviewer may ask, instead of finding the biggest or smallest number in the given list of integer, can you try same thing on custom object? So let's say there is a custom class called employee here. You can see it contains two fields, salary and name. These four annotations are coming from Lombok. So yeah, let's create some objects of employee here. So let's say employee one, and here it's employee. So basically it takes two things. One is salary. So let's say the salary first employee is earning is 4,000, and the name is employee one. And let's replicate. So if you are using IntelliJ, you can use Control D in Windows to basically replicate the same line. So here let's say the salary is 2000, and here maybe it's 3000, here it may be 5000, and it's employee 2, employee 3, and employee 4. And let's create a list of employees, or we can say employee list equal to arrays as list. It's emp1, it's emp2, emp3, and emp4. So we have created an employee list now. So interviewer may ask, find out the employee whose salary is maximum. So what we can do is we can first iterate on this employee list. So we know, so to find out the max, we can call max function. And so the next thing what we have to do is basically this comparator logic, comparing we have to call. So here in case of comparing, we should pass the information on which attribute the comparison should happen. So basically in our use case, we have to compare based on the salary. So you can see method reference here only. So we are basically sorting based on the salary. And next, if the value is present, then we are just printing this one. And just one more information here in my employee class, you can see like I have already defined getter, setter, toString and the constructor. So from this annotation, I'm getting all these details. So now we have already added this logic. Let's try to run this and see what it prints. So it's printing employee 4 and the salary is 5,000. So this is done. And so the next question maybe, so interviewer may ask minimum salary. That's pretty straightforward. You just have to change this max to min and just comment out this line and run it. You will get the minimum one. Okay. So basically the minimum salary is 2000. So this is done. So one more variation of the question interviewer may ask here. So instead of printing the first highest salary person, can you print the second highest salary or the third highest salary? So in that case, what we have to do, let's see, stream you have to do it. There is no function to find out the second or third highest salary. So what we have to do is we have to basically call the sorting logic. So this sorting method will basically sort the employees. So but for that you have to pass the custom comparator. Let's say we are sorting based on the salary. I'm just passing that. So once the sorting is done, so what we can do is we can basically call for each and let's see what it prints first, and after that we can develop a logic or build a logic. So this will basically will sort all the employees and print it, and it will sort in the ascending order. So you can see the result. So the lowest is coming at the first and highest is coming at the last. So it's basically sorting in the ascending order. But what we have to find out is second highest salary. So for that, what we can do is we can call a method called reverse. So what this reverse does is it will basically sort it in the descending order. So now you can see the list of employees are sorted in descending order. So this is basically done. So we got the descending order. Now we have to find out the second highest. So second highest is nothing but this employee 1 whose salary is 4,000. He is the second highest. So in case of this Java 8, there is a method called skip. So what skip does is, let's say if I want to skip one element or skip one entry. So what this does is, so when I do skip, it will basically skip the first entry in this case. So whatever the number you are passing, so many entries will be skipped. Let's say if I pass 2, then it will skip these two entries. So let's try to print it to understand it in a better way. So you can see the first entry, that is 5001, is removed now. So now we are getting second, third and fourth salaried employees. So our job is little easier now. So what we have to do is we have to print the second highest person. So if you do limit, there is a method called limit, and if I specify 1, so limit is same as what we do normally in database, right? So limiting the number of rows. So similar way here, you can limit the number of entries which needs to be printed. So let's say I'm skipping the first entry, which means I'll have 3. So in this three entries, I can say I'll limit it to only one, which means these two will not be printed. It will just print the first entry. So let's run it. So you can see it is printing the second highest salaried employee. So this is one way to do it. And even there is one little variation of the solution. Instead of for each, you can even go for a method called find first. And if present, you can print it. So that's also another way. But whichever the way you want, you can do it. So I can just comment this line and show you the result. So you can see it's printing the second highest salaried employee. And let's say you have to find the third highest salaried employee. Then you just have to pass 2 here, which means first two entries from the sorted list is removed. So remaining is last two entries. So here this two, so last two entries will be this 2000 and the 3000. These two employee entries will be remaining. So in that we are limiting it to only one. So basically it will just take this entry and print it. Let's run the program once to confirm that. So you can see employee 3 and salaries 3000. It's getting printed. So these are all the variations. I hope you understood this question. So we discussed a little variation of this problem. So I hope this is useful for you. And if you have any questions or any comments or anything, you can just share it in the comment section. If you like this video, please like it. And if you want to share this video with your friends, please click on share button and share it with your friend if it is useful for you. Thank you so much for watching this video.